would or could certainly extend Sampras. We would expect him to win, but nothing's certain. So Williams to serve in the opening game. Well, she might try to work her opponent around a bit just to test out the better mobility of Lindsay Davenport. As I said, Lindsay is obviously much trimmer. She's fined out a lot. Davenport take it wide there on the forehand, almost brought that shot off, coming around the net post. Well, the first of many slugfests, and it was the power of Williams that brought the unforced error from Lindsay Davenport. In fact, we could almost put that down as a forced error, I think. That's out of next game, so a comfortable opening service game to Venus Williams, the first game of the match.
First game.
Well, the promise of things to come with both of these players. Very heavy hitting from the baseline. In the opening exchanges, like the early rounds of a boxing contest, it's pretty hard to make a judgment as to what might happen, but just the edge in power maybe marginally on Williams' side of the net. So will it be the variety that Lindsay Davenport has that will get her the match, or will it be the power and the better volleys of Venus Williams? Lovely day in Melbourne. The early morning cloud has cleared away. Forecast top temperature today, 25 degrees. The forecast did add partly cloudy, but not so at the moment. Davenport to serve. First time in the match, not one. And opens with an ace. Beautifully placed. Didn't overpower it. 147 kilometres an hour. Service action of Lindsay Davenport. A bit different to when I saw her last year. She should be able to really take advantage of that height she has. Williams not able to take advantage of the short ball there. Backhand cross court not finding its mark. And mixing the serving up well. shot, but wasn't really a very good fist of it. Davenport did well to pick up a dead net cord. And Williams trying for the lob, but the lob over somebody as tall as Lindsay has to be a lot better than that. So 1-1. Comfortable service games to both players to open the match. Let's take a look at the service action of Venus Williams. Again, like Lindsay Davenport, on the ball toss, it falls about half a metre before she actually makes contact. She made good contact with that down the line shot. Beautifully struck. So games on serve after 3 games of the opening set of their quarter-final match between Venus Williams and Lindsay Davenport. Williams leading 2 games to 1. I think the highlight of that game was that forehand winner down the line from Venus Williams, finding the mark on that. Crowd still filing in here at Melbourne Park. We have 2 more evenings of night play, tonight and tomorrow Australian time, and then just day sessions from here on in to the weekend and the finals. The women's final is on Saturday local time, and the men's final is on Sunday. Certainly the cream has come to the top in the women, with the tournaments reaching a pretty open stage. Very hard to pick the winner, as I said, my selection to win the tournaments is Venus Williams, but she's got a big test here today. I think if she gets to the final over Hingis, she just might be able to pull it off, but she's got a lot of work between now and then. A big test for her today against the world's number 2, Lindsay Davenport, about to serve. Well, maybe a little bit of a chance now for Venus Williams. So a couple of errors this game from Davenport, and Williams gets the first break points of the match. She found the rain finally on the double-hander to give her the game and the first break of the match. Williams 3-1.
3 games to 1.
Davenport got herself into position to play that drive volley. It was a good return. She was taken wide in the forehand, and she should have made that. Well, Venus starting to crank up that double-handed backhand to good effect. Got a winner from Williams for the game, and a love game at that, so she goes to a lead of 4 games to 1 now. Starting to exert some authority on this match. She's certainly working her opponent around, and maybe that's in her game plan, just to see how mobile Lindsay is. As I said, they've met twice before, with Davenport winning both of those encounters, but the more I see of Venus Williams, the better she seems to get with every match. That includes this week. So she will take some stopping here. Bollettieri, the Williams clan. Well, they should be happy at the moment. His name is Oracine, but she's called Brandy for reasons that not too many people have been able to explain to me. 4-1, Venus Williams. Lindsay Davenport, world number 2. The opening set, she's won exactly double the amount of points her opponent has, 16 to 8 at the moment. Right into the groove on that double-hander. 4 winners with it so far. Of course, he took that nice and early. And Lindsay just making a few too many unforced errors. Coming up with a winner of her own. 15. A little bit too short from Williams, and Davenport onto it. She was constructing the point so well. 15-40. And that error, and she's now down 2 points for a double break in the first set. Oh, beautiful. 5-1. Leads 5 games to 1. Well, Davenport not able to do enough with that forehand volley. It was below the height of the net. She couldn't get enough on it. One of those nude volleys, as we say. And Williams coming up with another winner. 7 winners so far to 3. but impressively 5 backhand winners. It's been the shot that's done the damage, coupled with the unforced errors of Davenport. So Williams serving now for the first set. She's won the last 4 games. The beads at least kick the flies away. Well, almost. Unforced errors, 9 to Davenport, 5 to Williams. The latter 2 points from the first set in 5 games in succession. That volley gives the set points. Still would have been a winner, apart from the net court. No, Venus. First set. And in only 17 minutes.
6 games to 1. He was close.
Well, what a scoreline against the world number 2. Lindsay Davenport, as I mentioned, has won their only 2 previous meetings, but a much improved Venus Williams looks like getting on the scoreboard today in more ways than one and advancing to the semi-finals. 6-1. Power tennis from Venus. She did little wrong in the first set. Let's take a look at the summary now. Only 58% of first serves in, but if you look further down, 9 winners, and most of those were on the backhand side. And Lindsay Davenport, 9 unforced errors to 5, and a few forced errors as well. And converting 100% of the break points. Williams 2 from 2. So, what a start. What a hat. Shade anyway. Maybe not for long. It's time indeed. It's time for Lindsay Davenport to stand up to be counted. Venus Williams winning 5 games in succession. Well, she's won the battle of the power hitters so far. She's also displayed much better touch. She's made fewer unforced errors. And she's won double the amount of points that her opponent has, 24 to 9 in the first set. So new balls have been taken. Let's hope for Lindsay Davenport's sake she can turn it around. Just got to try to reassert some authority on the match. Davenport just wide, good call. She started off holding her opening serve to love, but that was it. That was the only game she won. Double-hander, not a winner that time, but bringing the error from her opponent. There it is again. 6 backhand winners. Crowd loving this display from Williams.
15-40.
Oh dear. Set it up with a beautiful forehand, but couldn't finish it off with the backhand. Great depth on that shot. And she comes for the kill. Well, a good fight back at this game from Lindsay Davenport. Down 15-40 for a break. First game of the second set. She's lost the last 5 games. Well, she breaks the drought and holds the serve. First game of the second set, but down by 1 set to love. Williams sisters, of course, compare notes, practice with each other. And certainly would have compared notes after Sydney. It was a quarter-final up there in the Sydney International about 10 days ago now. Davenport lost to Venus's sister Serena in that match though, and it won't be forgotten. She held 2 match points. Serena that went on to lose to Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, as did Venus in the final. So Davenport holding her opening service game as she did in the first set. There she held it to love to save 2 break points here, but importantly she has broken the run of 5 straight games by Venus Williams. Starting to warm up down there on centre court, but very, very pleasant. Nice sitting out there in the sun. After the coolest Australia Day weekend, I think, in living memory. It was only about 23 degrees the last couple of days with the rain and the wind. Too good. Very well constructed point from Venus. She had Lindsay stretching pretty well right from the start there, and to get back to the other side, and that was too good. So was that. Bit of her own medicine. Venus's double-hander has been sensational. 6 backhand winners today. First time that Williams has really been under pressure on serve at 30 all. Good signs perhaps for Davenport. Williams taken the deuce for the first time on a serve. Serve a little bit short. Davenport onto it and in command at the point, closing it out with that forehand volley. So, Lindsay Davenport finally with a break point. So she breaks for the first time, and first 2 games of the second set being very, very close. Williams, in fact, having 2 game points herself on Davenport's serve in the first game, so they've been very tight. Importantly for Lindsay, she's won them both, leading 2-love, but down 1 set to love. She's giving a ball to Dennis Overberg, which obviously is not quite up to standard. We had a lot of controversy with the balls last year, but few, if any, complaints so far in 98. Different type of balls. They were a lot slower last year. I think that helped many of the Spanish players. Anything short gets the treatments. That was the case there. Service front landing halfway up the service box, and Williams very quickly onto that to dispatch it. Well, she worked hard to get that service break. Looks as though she's going to give it straight back. Two safe, 1 to go. comeback by Davenport. She's a fighter. Missed it. So from not 40 down to game point. Comes from a very sporting family, Lindsay. Her parents were champion volleyball players in the States. Yes, too short again. Venus moving in to take that ball very early. She was almost at the service box when she took that. So back to deuce. Now second of the game.
Listen. Advantage Davenport.
Well, she went for it, Venus, but Lindsay Davenport comes through unscathed and leads 3 games to love.
Davenport leads 3 games to love.
Well, they have been very tight games. Davenport in the first game of the second set was down 15-40, came through to win it. Second game was tight on Williams' serve, and Venus double faulted on game point to give Lindsay the game. That was 2-love. And Davenport there, love 40 down, and again coming back to hold serve and lead 3 games to love. She had to do something because Venus was all over it like a rash in the first set. 6 games to 1. And just going to change that ball over, are they? Ball change isn't due for another few games. Another 6, but you saw Lindsay hand the ball to Dennis Overberg. Must have had something inside it.
Time.
Maybe a 3-setter in the offing. Williams to serve, down love 3 in the second. She took the first 6-1. That was in just 18 minutes. The points have been a lot longer since then. Bead, I think, was it, that had fallen off. Haven't seen too many of those so far in the second set. We saw a host of them in the first. Total of 9 now for the match.
30-15.
Well, 2 important points here for Williams. She's down to love 3 in this set. 30 all. Not a bad time to come up with an ace. The first of the match.
Davenport leads 3 games to 1.
So Williams on the scoreboard in the second set after 3 very close games in which she had game points in 2 of them.
Love 15.
Another one. That's a beautifully hit shot.
Love 30. Love 40.
Well, she came back from love 40 down the last time she served, and she do it again. In fact, she's been down break points in every service game in this set. Volunteering and his mother. So Williams does break the service of Davenport finally. Davenport leading 3 games to 2 in the second set.
3 games to 2.
Pretty hard to give your opponent a start in every service game and expect to come up winning it. So a service break apiece in the second set. Williams not the dominant figure that she was in the first part of the match. I would, from here, still expect her to go on and win it. And again, against the world number 2 ranked player, you can't be too certain of things. As I mentioned earlier, Lindsay had a sensational year last year. She's been most consistent here in the Australian. 2 quarter-final appearances, 2 fourth-round appearances. The 3rd round when she played it initially back in 1993 as a 17-year-old. And right throughout the Grand Slams has been most consistent. Her best effort, of course, being the semi-final appearance at the US last year. So it's Williams to serve, 2-3, second set. Davenport always in command at that point. Williams did well to stay in it as long as she did. She was retrieving a lot of balls along the baseline. Davenport for the kill here on the forehand. That's a handy reply. A cheap point. For a chance to recompose herself, get a breath. Second base for the match for her. Defensive knock played at that point by Lindsay Davenport. She followed the ball in, landed right at the baseline at Williams' end of the court, and takes it wide with that one to again put her away with the forehand. Well, Davenport gets another break. 4-2.
Davenport leads 4-2.
And certainly the second set much more of a contest than the first was, which Williams ripped through in under 20 minutes. The set's already been going longer than the first. Another heavily hit baseline exchange, and Williams setting it up with that backhand there down the line. 10 winners to 9, or 19 winners to 9 so far in favour of Venus.
15-40.
Williams continuing to put pressure on Davenport's serve. Break point not getting the ball back into play. She'll be pretty unhappy with that effort.
Advantage Williams.
Davenport in command of the net to save another one.
Yes.
Yes, good tactic by Lindsay Davenport. The shot was not into the sun. Venus's reply was short. Gives you a good shot of the ball. And a short ball with the forehand, no problems to the world number 2.
Yes.
Pivotal game this one could turn out to be. Both players have had game points in it.
Advantage Williams.
Fourth opportunity for Venus to close it out and come back to 3-4. Which she does eventually. A very important game, that one.
Davenport leads 4 games to 3.
She'd be pretty disappointed with her effort there, Lindsay. 5-2 sounds a lot better than 4-3 when you're set down in a quarter-final of a Grand Slam. Danforth is starting to tell a tale of woe as far as Lindsay Davenport's concerned. 13 for the set, a total of 22 for the match. Williams, by contrast, has made 14.
Time.
The backhand has been doing most of the damage for Williams. She's struck 10 winners from it. 5 forehand winners. On the other side of the net, Davenport 4 backhand winners and just 1 on the forehand. So Lindsay has to try to cut down on the unforced errors. Magnificent day now. Late morning, just on 12 minutes to midday local time. So Williams to level the second set. She trails 3-4. Well, she'll be saying, why can't I play more of those?
Number 15. Number 30.
We've had 4 breaks of serve already in the set. Maybe we're heading for another one. If Davenport can break, she'd be serving for a set in the next game to level it. They said, well, 2 winners in this game from Lindsay. And all of a sudden, Williams finds herself down 3 break points. Perfect. Didn't come off the centre of the frame, but Lindsay doesn't want it back. In fact, I think you'd call it a miss hit. And then a perfect one at that.
Leads 5 games to 3.
Yeah, it's just about off the frame. Perfect lob winner.
Number 15.
Close. In fact, Venus having a few words to the linesperson there on the baseline. It didn't alter the point. Love 30. Davenport serving for the set. 5-3. Not serving from the good end. Looking into the sun. Be worse for a left-hander.
15-30.
Just got to try to reposition your ball toss a little bit. She served 5 times in the set, Lindsay, and each time she's been down 15-40 or love 40. Careless volley. So Williams breaks again. Davenport goes to the changeover, leading 5-4.
Leads 5 games to 4.
So 6 breaks of serve so far. I suppose with that in the back of our minds, Davenport would give herself still a reasonable chance of taking the set in the upcoming game from Venus Williams. But the unforced errors 24-15. She's made 9 more, which could really translate to a couple of games. Still, she's got a nose in front, albeit marginally in the second set. Williams the dominant figure in the first. The change over now downstairs of the lines people. Huge battery of photographers down at court sides, the side opposite the players. The media room at the Australian Open this year has been just about double. There's a new interview room for the players, a bit like a lecture theatre it's shaped. And just a couple of the score of photographers down there taking pictures that will be seen in newspapers and magazines across the world from tomorrow onwards. Many nations represented here, but it's an all-American battle out there on centre court.
New balls.
Venus Williams serving with new balls. She's down 4-5. Second set.
15 love.
Another error, proving costly. Well, it's just making far too many unforced errors. The power of Williams is getting to her on many of those shots. There's an ace for the game, and love game with Venus Williams. Her third on serve for the match. Davenport led 5-3, serve for the set, couldn't do it. So it's much tighter now. Williams would love to close it out in straight. Davenport, as I mentioned, has served 5 times in the set. Each time she's been down love 40 or 15-40. So wants a couple of good strong serves to win the early points. That's better.
15 love.
Oh dear. She could have gone either way with that. She tried to hit the socks off it. And so Davenport, like Williams in the game previous, holds serve to love. They had to lead of 6-5. We saw in that shot there Nick Boattieri and her mother looking suitably unimpressed. They were all smiles in the first set, as you would expect. Venus losing just the 9 points for the whole of the set, which was quite remarkable. 4 of those came in one game. That was when Davenport held serve to love in the second game. And for the other game, she lost just another 5 points. So a pretty quick stanza. So we may see a tie-break to decide the set and or the match. Venus Williams can hold serve in the upcoming game.
Time.
So the battle of the American 6-footers continues. Lindsay Davenport, 1.89 m, that's 6'2.5" in imperial terms. Williams, 1.86 m, 6'1.5". Maybe 6'2" with the beads. Certainly helping Lindsay there. Just set up nicely for her on the forehand. Just the errors she's made. Could prove to be the telling point of the match. (27-17) now, so 10 more to Lindsay Davenport. Point of the match. Great tennis from both players. Some terrific shot making there. And it was Davenport to come out on top. And they even applaud in the Williams camp. And why shouldn't they? Tremendous tennis, as I said, on both sides of the net. Williams taken wide. Davenport in again with the forehand. Williams back. Davenport at the net for the volley and the winner. Lovely to watch. 30 all. Set point, importantly, for Lindsay Davenport to level the match at a set all. That's out. That is the game, and that is the set. It's a set all in the quarterfinal. Oracene or Randy, she'd be a little bit worried, but not overly concerned. Venus had her chances, but Lindsay Davenport playing a little bit better.
Final set.
So which way is the pendulum going to swing? Davenport to serve first. Third set advantage.
Davenport
has broken a racket. They're breaking a racket string.
It was close. No, it wasn't even close.
Oh.
Did you see about like flying around? mean, a lot of balls will hit the line, I'll give you that, but that one was not close to the line.
Well, let's just see. Pretty hard to pick up down that end. That's the one she was querying. But not called and no overrule.
Next. First set.
Neither player usually questions calls, so Lindsay must have really felt that an error, a clear error, had been made, but the umpire didn't. Sort of thing that can make a player lose concentration, though, that call. You can bet next time there's a close call on the baseline, the person concerned get a bit of a Bronx cheer. Drop volley for the game. A service break to start the third set. Williams leading 1 game to love.
Final set.
And again, the pattern continues on Lindsay Davenport service games. The important one for her was the 11th game of the previous set when she held serve to love to go to a 6-5 lead. And then she broke Venus in the following game to take the set. But in just about every other service game of the match, she has been down break point or break points. Interestingly, the 2 games she's not had problems on, which was the second of the first set, the only game she won in the first set, she won to love, and the 11th game that I mentioned. So the set 2 summary, the unforced errors, 5 more to Davenport, winners about the same, and the first serve percentage just about the same. Particularly with a 7-5 scoreline, not too much in it. Really, I think it's going to be won by the player who can eliminate a large proportion of the unforced errors. We've eliminated the cloud from the sky. It's a beautiful day. And the crowd right into this match. No surprise indeed that it has gone to 3 sets. And Williams to serve to try to consolidate the break of serve she achieved in the previous game. 1 love in the third. Having a bit of a practice ball toss with that sun now a problem.
30
Should have made it. Half-court ball, not a backhand, and just going for a little bit too much. That error, giving Davenport a chance to break back straight away.
Advantage Davenport.
Now, big chance for Davenport. Break point, second serve. And she takes advantage of it to square the final set at 1 game all.
1 game.
So the match may well hinge on how well Lindsay Davenport can serve. How many first serves she can get into play. For the match, she's just averaging on 50%. When she gets the first ball in. A lovely double-hander again from Williams. Gee, it's been a good shot for her. 13 backhand winners. One-handed. And you saw where Davenport played it about a metre from the net. That one there, and that was an easy put away. Second serve sitting up and very short. And you'll see Venus Williams jump onto this, cracks it down the line. That wasn't coming back. Davenport, after being down a break, comes up to 2-1 of the third and final sets of this quarter-final match. And I think good signs there for Lindsay Davenport. She's weathered the Williams storm. If Venus can get her game flowing and going as she had it in the first set, then she'll win this match. But Davenport has always had the reputation of being a great fighter, and she's certainly showing us those qualities here today. She struggled a lot on her service. Williams has cracked a number of backhand winners past her, 14 now for the match to 9. But she's hung in there, and that's what you have to do. Hang in there. Hope your opponent goes off the boil. Williams hasn't gone off the boil, but she's not hitting the great profusion of winners that we saw her do earlier in the match when she lost only 9 points in the first set, all up. Incredible opening. Davenport looked well until the out of it then. And she struggled on the serve throughout a lot of the match, went down many break points. But she leads 2 games to 1 now in the third. Control the second of those volleys because she didn't do enough on the first. And that gave Williams a chance to get onto it. Usually we've seen the Williams double-handed doing some damage with time Davenport's. Oh, just missed it. Oh, couldn't take advantage of the short ball in the forehand, and she can't believe it. It would have given her the game at a lead of 3-1, so a bad miss there by Davenport. She may well remember that when this game finishes, or match.
Advantage Williams. Listen.
Another error. That time on the deuce point. Coming up at the wrong time for Lindsay Davenport. Williams down at break point. Davenport arguably should have won the game. So Vita squares it up again, 2-all, final set. That's too good. She couldn't get back to that one. Still pensive. That likes it. Service game, that's been the exception rather than the rule for Davenport, but she has held importantly her last two after breaking back in the second game. She dropped it first. So the last 3 games going with service, although Davenport herself had a chance to break Williams in the 4th game but couldn't do it. The centre court, the stadium court here in Melbourne, filling up gradually now. Day 9 of the titles, moving towards the business end of the tournament. And both the men's and women's singles to a pretty exciting stage. Women much more open than perhaps the men. Pete Sampras a warm favourite there, yet to drop a set. But he looks like coming up against a player who has caused him quite a few problems if he wins through his next match. He could place with Peter Cool. More about that later. The photographers down there, their area is, well, hard to fit a bit of cigarette paper between them. Every available seat, squatting position, is just about taken up. Record crowds here, record numbers of media. Venus Williams to serve from the southern end. Trails 2-3. Won the first, conceding only 9 points, 6 games to 1. But the second set took over 50 minutes. 2 errors now for Williams, and Davenport might just get the earliest sniff of victory. Up 32-3, final set. And Davenport coming up with a crunching forehand winner. Her first of the set, only her 5th of the match. Venus has struck 16 of those. It's far and above being her better wing. Yes, another forehand winner from Davenport. 2 for the game and the break.
Davenport leads 4 games to 2.
Well, Venus certainly started the better, as I mentioned, but Lindsay is finishing the better at the moment. Davenport's held her last 2 service games. The only time in the match that she's won 2 in succession on her serve. Can she keep it going? Williams with that drive volley didn't really get enough on it. Davenport picked it. There, she's already moving. Unfortunately, hits the ball wide. Throwing up the defensive lob, not able to get it deep enough. In fact, it landed just about on the net. Easy put away. Short ball on the backhand has generally been dealt with. This one takes the net cord on the way through, but it didn't deviate from its line. So possible chance for Williams, 15-30. Call from the chair. No signal from the linesperson.
That's funny. Her backhand was pretty far out too. I don't understand why you're kicking out to like assert yourself as an umpire. You're supposed to have a good time.
Line furthest from our commentary box. Let's see if we can pick it up here. Now this one is the one in question. I'd say that was out. I'd say it's a good call from the umpire. So 15-40. Well, she's lost the concentration. Double faulting on game point. Williams gets the break back, and Davenport leads 4-3 in the 3rd set. Those sorts of calls shouldn't shake up professional players, but Lindsay double faulting. First double fault of the set. She's only served 3 for the match. Williams yet to have a double fault. this set. Venus just served the one for the match. That came up in the second game of the previous set when she too double faulted on game point. So which way is this match going to go? Second set, it would appear that it did appear that Davenport could come back and go on and win it. In the early part of the third set, that pattern basically continued, but now Williams has broken back after trailing 2-4. Now down 3-4. If you're going to win the match, you have to make those shots.
15 love.
That's a better forehand. So a winner and an error on the forehand from Davenport in this game. Swings freely through the ball. And the backhand winner. That's the good measure.
15, 30.
So again, good signs for the world number 2. Venus comes up with a winner of her own. So terrific tennis in this game by both players. 3-4-30 all. If she drops serve here, Davenport will be serving for the match. Four aces for the match and her first for the set.
Advantage Williams.
Forehand volley from Davenport. Nice bend of the knees. You can honestly even applaud what was a great shot. It's a let. Yes. tennis. A rattling double-handed down the line again from Venus Williams.
Advantage Williams.
An amazing statistic. 18 backhand winners for the match. Game that may very well decide who advances to the semi-final. That looks like Robert Vantoff, who's catching Lindsay for the last couple of years. Oh dear, double fault.
Advantage Davenport.
Nail biting time. And Davenport closes out a real pivotal game.
Davenport leads 5 games to 3.
And Lindsay Davenport to now serve for the match and a place in the semi-finals. She looked out of it in the first set, totally outplayed by Williams, but she has clawed her way back. Oh, the opening was there because Venus didn't do enough with her volley.
115.
Smith and Victory may be getting a little bit stronger for Davenport now. 2 points from match. 5-3, 30-15 in the third. What can Venus come up with here? And off forehand wasn't good enough, and the error brings up 2 match points. I thought that if Williams could get past Davenport, she'd have a good shot at the title, but this was going to be the big test for her. It proved that way. Another forehand error gives the game to Davenport. She's won it in 3 sets. Lindsay Davenport, the world number 2. Advancing to the semi-finals. We're in the bottom part of the draw, coming back from a devastating first set loss.